Hello dear VR, I'm leesusss. Welcome back to Tank Mechanics Simulator. Okay. Not an accurate speech simulator, obviously. Okay, there's been a little update since I was away. Since you were away, we were away. You were away since your last video. Since the last video, little update. Nothing very critical. Some bug fixes and some cosmetic stuff by the sound of it, but nothing too major. Other than that, in here, I've done a little bit of stuff off screen to get some money. 190,000. You can see up in the top right there. We had the paint shop, but I haven't done anything much with that yet. Warning. Water jets can cause severe injury. They can. The water jets are amazing. We also have the parts shop over here as well. And can't do anything with it yet, unfortunately. We need to buy a blueprint. So I had a look through, and it looks like we're going to have at least 280k, I would say. I think before I can blueprint, that's about the cheapest blueprint I could see. And the most expensive is over 400. So we'll see if we can get that way without taking a loan out. And go on from there. Otherwise, anything changed? I don't think so. I did the decor last time, didn't I? Yeah. This is a Panzer. It's a Panzer Kampfwagen. It's a Panzer. It's a Panzer III. Another one of Uncle Tom's tanks again. Now, it was a minor thing. It had a little bit of repairs to do on it. Most of Uncle Tom's stuff is fairly complete. He just needs spray paint and stuff like that. He's too lazy to do it himself. What can I say? But what he asked us to do here was he commanded us to not only fix it, but then take it on a test drive. Now, I don't actually know how to take things on a test drive, but, he told us. So, there we go. Implemented with fluid filling. What is this? Whoa! Does it really need a handle to start it? Wow. Can you open the door in here? My goodness, open one of those windows up there. That's a nice noise though, isn't it? I know I said I'm not much into things, but sometimes an engine noise can be kind of nice. I didn't expect that actually, the crank to get it started. They've got starter motors, so I thought they'd be fine without the starter motor. But they're old vehicles. Maybe that's why. What is this important? I don't think I really care about fluids. Get a bit too nerdy there, I think, possibly. All I want to do is take it on a test drive. Is it going to matter the fact that I haven't put all the fluids in there? I don't know. We'll find out if we break down Uncle Tom's tank. And he tells me off. Oh, T-34. Oh god, I wasn't under that. That's a bit worrying. How do I test drive it? Can I get inside? Hold on. No, I don't want to get inside to restore parts. See, I thought it was like a crank, it's a typical spanner. I didn't realise it was a socket wrench. I didn't realise it was a startup. What is that rippling over there? Whoa. I'm going to assume I'm okay just to get in here. Look at that noise! Fairly standard stuff. Okay. Lights might be on. I can't see. Oh, there, lights are on there. You can't see a whole lot, can you? Wow. You cannot see very much. Now, one second. I want to check something. Hold on. Okay. You know what I'm looking at? Hold on. Let's get it stationary. Sometimes games cheat on how they do the movement of wheels and things. And I was looking to see if when you spin on the spot, are the tracks going in inverse directions? I going the wrong way? Am I going the right way? I don't know. We're risking it a bit. Hold on 1 second. Risk a flip. Oh, pretty good. Oh, pretty good at a steep angle there. It's kind of skating over the ground rather than lighting the ground, but you know, what can you do? There's only so much you can do, isn't there, really? Whee! Good fun. I like it. Not something, I mean, it's something you can do. You can have a day out, rather than a racing car, you can have a day out driving an armoured vehicle. Last thing I'm really into, well, I'm not super into armoured vehicles, but you know, it's a fun idea. Oh, getting bogged down a bit. Struggling a bit there. I presume that's something to do with the game representing how good the engine is on there. How good the power is on the tank. I mean, there's no gearing to this, is there? So you can't think about that. Now, the other day, Lava mentioned about our resident tank expert. He can complain all he likes. Compared to me, I'm not an expert, you know. But it's he's the expert. Mentioned about the KV1. I said, what the heck's a KV1? And he told me about KV1. And he also mentioned the fact that... Whoa! Have I beached it? Have I jammed it? I'm kind of surprised if I have. Not that steep an angle. Steep one has quite a bit of speed up. He mentioned that the KV1 caused some real problems for the German forces. This Panzer III is one of the things that have been outclassed. This is what was not quite tough enough, but not quite doing enough damage to kind of make turn down the Russian tanks. Anyway, that's enough of this. That's apparently he's decided to leave. What's happened there? That was weird. No! No! Okay, that's my speed gauge. Okay. I think it's the minus 25 and the 0 and the 25. I pressed E to stop it. And it carried on going. Woo. But imagine, I mean, we've not got the full thing because you know sometimes these tanks have periscopes and things to allow you to view. Does that help? Oh, of course. Ah. So that's interesting. So in some tanks, you don't have to be. You'd be inside if you're being shot at. You know, to guide you, and you've got limited view. But in an open scenario where you could, some tanks you can poke your head out there. No, I think it's actually an exit hatch. Some tanks you have a little hatch that you can stick your head out of to look around to have more visibility when you're not, you know, being shot at by things. But that's not what this is. I think it's a way to get out. The driver gets in and out the tank this way. Because there's no seat that far forward. He's right up against the gearbox. Anyway... No, don't start it again! I'm telling you to stop. Tell you to stop! Enough! Oh, right. Out we get. So there you go. Good stuff. There's probably many other fascinating things about Panzer IIIs that I don't know what they are. I will leave it to Lubba to if he wants to interject with anything. He is most welcome to. Let's go back to... That's not what we're here to do this episode anyway. That was a little start. I thought it'd be a little thing to test the show off. Not something I'm going to do regularly. How do I... Yeah, we're back to workshop. There you go. Give this back to Uncle Tom. Slightly muddy. Broke some fences outside, but he should be okay. Oh, okay, we're back. Right. Uncle Tom? Thanks, buddy. It says completed. What? How do I might have to look up that test runs. Okay, let me do that now. Aha! Okay, so I redid the driver outside. It might have gone wrong last time, or maybe I did it wrong. The after those blue ripply wall things that we passed through, there was some more of those that I had to drive through, and that's what required to complete the thing. Anyway, that's done. No, what we're doing here today. Emails? There's always quite a good number of emails. I want to go and find a new tank, which is fun. How do we do this again? How do we do it again? I can't remember. No, it's storage. How do we do this again? How do we go and I can't remember how you do it. Aha! There we go. Yes, so I like the idea of the extractions because we might get more rare tanks, and it's things that are going to go in our museum. I want to see if I can get it done better this time as well. Do a better job. Okay, now this is not the extraction that... Oh, I'm worried about this one as well. Oh, Christ. The last one went wrong, and I think it was because of the extraction area. So I couldn't dig in the ground. I didn't bother showing you because nothing really happened. But I couldn't dig in the ground properly. And then when I'd found where the tank was with the metal detector, but then when I installed the extraction, even though I hadn't actually dug and found a piece of the tank because I couldn't dig in the ground, the extraction area we saw last time didn't appear. It was completely bugged. I couldn't do anything with it. I spent about 4,000 quid trying to do it various times, but that's what happened essentially. Right, if I go straight ahead and then turn left, I should find it there. I'm a little annoyed by it, but you know, it's just bugs that are going to happen in the game. Let's get the lights on today. So we're going to try again. It's only 4,000 quid, isn't it? It's fine. I'll turn that back very quickly. I'm not annoyed by that. I'm annoyed by the faffing around a bit and the potential bug in the game, and I'm worried that this is one again. Seems to be a little close to the edge of the map. We will see. We will see. If we start to have problems where I can't even dig in the ground with a spade. And again, now, my fault, twice now, I've forgotten to upgrade. I was going to upgrade to the new vehicle, because I can get a quad bike, and like things like built-in magnetometers and things like that. I didn't do it. But there we go, that's my fault. It's tough. Let's have a little look around. I'm kind of tempted to try and dig in the ground. See if I can dig anywhere in here. I hope the update hasn't broken anything. It's possible, of course, you know. Updates nice do that. Do things. But it's only a couple of bugs I've seen in the game, and I've seen that one. I saw the one with it locked up when I was looking at the items I had stored in my warehouse. I had to restart the game. Well, I'll get the game back going again. And I've had one bug where I started to fall through the floor. However, that wasn't really a bug because it saved it. I had a brief out-of-the-world view, and then the game fixed it and dropped me back in the right place. So that isn't really a bug. Maybe something like that has caused a problem with fixes. I'm going to try running around like a nutter. If that doesn't work, I'll have to slow down. Oh! That didn't happen last time. Okay. Don't do that anymore. Shush! I said shush! Shush! Hey, why is this lighting up? I didn't ask you to highlight items. No! Get out of there. There we go. Right. Where's my little flag? There it is. Someone get me a taller flag. I can't see it amongst all the wheat. I put a flag down. There it is. Yeah, definitely a taller flag needed. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I was so worried it would happen again. Just dig, man! Dig! Oh, and as before, where it just wouldn't dig. It's so slow. Dig! Why are you stopping? Ugh. Little breather. I'm like a 60-a-day smoker. I'll have to do something and take a breather for 5 minutes. Have a quick cough. Anything? It was definitely here. Dig, man! Oh my god. It's telling me I found it, but I can't see damn all here. Is it somewhere over here? I just want to break the soil to actually see the beauty for my own eyes first before I call in the excavator. Because it's expensive calling in excavators. You can't just do that on a whim, willy nilly. Other things begin with what? Oh, that sounded a bit tanky. Ah, there's a bit sticking out. Ah, I can't get out of the hole. I'm stuck in the hole. Maybe the other one, it was so close to the surface, the other extraction I did, that I couldn't actually see the tank, but I don't think so. Yeah, the better tank! Right, okay, now we can... Now I'm happy to call in the diggers. Oh, I'm so glad this is working. I was worried it would be bugged out entirely. You know, let's pick up the tablet. Stop trying to dig! Right. Yes. Oh, that was 0. It cost me 2,000 last time to do the excavation. Oh, at least it looks right now anyway. Oh, thank goodness for that. Right. Go away, glowy orange objects. I don't want to see highlighted objects. Use the pressure pusher. Fine. Big glowy objects. See if I care. What's this? Not something we've had before. Go away, tutorial. I'm not going to make a guess anymore. I'm so bad at guessing, I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting looking though, isn't it? Very interesting. What I really want to find, though, is one vehicle that isn't a tank. It's like a half-track you can find in the game. I want one of those. I want one! Right. Tutorial, I'm going to get so angry with you. Tank on trailer! Let's cast this aside in the middle of the field. I don't care anymore. We're going to go back. Ooh. That's more digger things. That's the other thing that was upsetting last time, is that it seemed to have a new mechanic. It was a very wet area, the last one I went to. And it said something about the tank's a bit flooded. You have to pump the water out first. I thought, oh, a new mechanic. I like the idea of that. But never mind. Now let's go back. Let's go back to the workshop. 1,000 quid. What did it cost 2,000 last time? Well, 2 lots of 2,000s. What is this rusty heap? Now that... I'm trying to look too close. That gun, that barrel, is set very deep into the turret. It makes me think of another artillery piece, like another artillery gun, because sometimes the guns were so big that you wouldn't have a very mobile... You remember how big the turret was on the KV-2? You wouldn't have you have a fixed turret, like a tank destroyer or something like that. That's what I'm thinking of, but I don't know. It doesn't look like a particularly big bore barrel, so that's what I'm not sure about. Let's see what it is, though. A Stug G. Okay. I wish I could change my name, by the way. I'm not able to do that. I'm not sure about this tank. I'll look up a little bit in a minute. But it's bad, but it's not terrible. This also bears out... Oh, no, actually, it's 90% there. There's a 10% missing. It also bears out my original thought about that sort of main job we ever did, the first big job we ever did for a private contractor, Scott, or whatever his name was, and the tank was a complete state. It's this sort of state again. I think, I said about he's probably dug it out of the ground. it looks like the same thing again. It looks like it's been, you know, it's the same sort of state. That's why I think that he also had a tank that he dug up and then didn't know how to repair. So first of all, we'll do what I do. So I've been doing a lot of repairs off screen. I now have a little method about how I... Oh, it's very... It's a... Game's been a little bit buggy. I might have to restart it. Okay. Although there could be a reason for that, which is, as I said, you can't actually take the turret off. Yeah, I think I'm right. I think this is a tank destroyer. I'll look it up in a minute, but I don't know. Because it is not... That makes sense. Okay, that's why I can't take the turret off. It's part of the main thing. Which could make it a little bit trickier to work on. But there we go. So what I usually do now is I take off the turret and I take off the engine. And I work on the engine first. Because the engine's a bit... It's a small unit. It's easier to manage. As far as looking at it, and we can check out the repairs as well in a second. So I derust it first, like that. There's a reason why I derust it rather than buying any parts that are missing. Oh, this looks a lot like the parts. This look like the other German tank, the other Panzer. Very similar, a little bit different on the pipes, but very similar engine possibly. Right, so. Analysis. What we do is we look at what's missing from the engine, because all the other parts have got an interior and exterior. Hull and the turret have got two parts to them, yeah, but the engine only has one part. It's easy to spot what's missing, and it is the generator, the oil filter, and the V-belt, which is this thing here. So where is it in this lot? It's that one, isn't it? And it's engine. And there's two V-belts, so just buy one of those. It was the oil filter, I think. See, now I'm forgetting what the other one was. Oil filter and generator, wasn't it? Are you impressed with me? I managed to remember 3 things. That's actually quite a lot for me. There we go. There's the Jenny. There's the belt, which I would think would be rubber again and not replaceable. But we'll see what that says in a minute. And then where's the oil filter? Where's the oil filter go? Oh! Ha! Stuck around the bottom in the most awkward place possible for changing it. Well, apparently we can do the belt. Fine, if you want to do that game, that's fine with me. So this is the reason why I de-rust the engine first. Because after you put the rusty parts on, it's easy to spot where they are. Anyway, we'll sandblast this. And of course, once we've done this, the engine doesn't require painting. I haven't found any engines yet that require painting on any part, even like things like carburetor tops or anything like that. So I know that once this is done, we get 100% on the engine. The engine is done, we can walk away from it and just ignore it. I might have missed something. 100% on that. There's the oil filter. Little nooks and crannies and bits and pieces that you're missing. Oops, come on game. For quite a simple game in terms of its one fixed area. Ah, the pipes. It's not quite derusted. I do occasionally have little problems with a bit of screen tearing and lag, which I'm surprised about when I'm doing things like more intense 3D games, like Subnautica. Okay, engine's done. I'm surprised this one is causing problems, but there we go. Right, so that is done. But we can't do the same thing with the turret and take the turret off. What's that? Is that a cigarette I just threw on the floor there? I hope not. So yeah, what we need to do about this, I don't know. I suspect I'm going to do a bit of de-rusting, but I don't know how many parts we're missing on this, really. It's 99%. It's 9% missing. Let's have a little look. Hull interior. We're just missing a tow rope, a top tow rope on the interior. Exterior. Okay. Let's look for that. That sounds fairly limited. What is it again? Stug. There we go. There we go. Assemble. Avengers assemble. We obviously have some kind of ammo hatch there. Okay, we'll do that in a minute though. So that's the hull exterior done. The hull interior is missing some gearbox covers and some a locker. But where is that going to be? That's going to be inside, isn't it? So I might do that in a minute. Just trying to be a little bit efficient, you know. We're missing a couple of road wheels. We can stick those on. That's fairly easy. No. Which road wheels are we missing? Because it looks like we have some top-mounted ones. Some spare ones. Oh, no, they're the standard ones. Okay. I'm just checking. I should have looked at both sides first, really. But, you know, I can't as easily walk around the tank like I would if I was actually here. This one would work as a... I don't like to like shoehorn things into virtual reality, VR, but you know, sometimes it occurs to me this is one that would work in VR. I think we're missing a track belt and a front track. I can see that straight off the bat. It would work, I think, as a... Would it be more enjoyable or not to have those to have it in VR? I don't know, but it wouldn't necessarily be terrible. I can't see a thing. And a very similar sort of method of attaching the tracks as the Panzer. Let's have a look. How are we doing? 94%. Fuel system's missing a V-belt. That's all inside. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a quick derusting and then sandblasting, and then we can look inside and take some bits apart.